press. And Weah does well! Very well! Christian Pulisic on the pitch for a matter of moments with that innate and perfect sense of timing. The man who earlier in the year showed ice-cold nerve to win the Nations League final against Mexico, with a potentially decisive moment against the old enemy in a World Cup qualifier.
First blood France, 1-0. Griezmann strikes again, and it's the early breakthrough they were looking for in the 13th minute. Nicolas Tagliafico. Eva Banega. Di Maria. Oh, what a strike! Argentina level! It's Angel Di Maria with the sweetest of strikes. Absolute bedlam among those Argentina fans. Nothing Hugo Lloris could do about it. A smile from him, trying to calm down. Well, Angel Di Maria hadn't really been in this game. And then this. It almost left a vapor trail. Banega takes it, goes a long way, comes out to Messi. On that famous left foot deflected in! And Argentina lead! Well, this is just amazing stuff. Messi scored so far. Pavard! Oh, how about that? Glorious! Benjamin Pavard puts France level in what is turning out to be a pretty astonishing game. He couldn't even have dreamt that. Oh, yes! France in this seesaw game, 3-2 up! The Wonder Boys got two of them. Knocked on here, and Mbappe's got another one! 4-2! And now France really are in control. Beautifully set up by France. What a storming response from the French to going 2-1 behind. They've rattled in 3 goals since. Again. Argentina have another one. Sergio Aguero. 4-3. Maybe this isn't done just yet. France just went to sleep a little. Back now. He's onside, all right.
Germany lead! His 12th goal at World Cup finals. Takes advantage of slack England defending and moves within 2 now of the legendary Gerd Muller's national goal-scoring record on the world stage. Nothing inventive about this. John Terry couldn't deal with it. Upson couldn't get to closer. And when he gets in these positions, great stuff from Germany, 2-0. Magnificent football. Lucas Podolski adds to the early goal from Miroslav Klose. But very much in their favour. Here's Gerrard, and the header's in. Really well taken by Matthew Upson. Well, he scored when England last met Germany in a friendly in Berlin in 2008. England won 2-1 on that occasion. It's 2-1 in Bloemfontein. Germany have the lead, but pegged back by a fine header from Matthew Upson. Schweinsteiger. Lots of space here for Muller! 3-1 for Germany! A brilliant counter-attack from Joachim Löw's side. England exposed. From Lampard's charge-down free kick, Barry lost possession, and then it was on for Germany. And how quickly Muller switched it to Schweinsteiger. And then he, in turn, found Muller on the shot, beating David James at his near post.
Gol de Leo Messi para empatar el partido. Y algo ocurrió en la portería, ha habido como pelea y habrá decisión de Undiano, Habrá decisión de Undiano. Pepe es uno de los que está metido, es uno de los que está en el suelo, y el jugador del Barça es Fábregas. Fábregas y Pepe parece que son los dos que han protagonizado esa pelea. Vamos a ver qué ha ocurrido.
¿Qué ha podido pasar, querido Axel?
¿Y qué decisiones toma Undiano? Porque esto es importante para el partido.
Amarilla, Veo la amarilla en la mano. Bueno, pues no lo pudimos ver.
Bueno, ¿será que Fábregas habrá ido a buscar la pelota y no sé, algo?
¿Qué te queda del gol antes de ver la repetición? ¿Qué recuerdo te queda?
Que me queda el recuerdo de que el que tiene más determinación es Messi, porque Messi en principio asiste.
On the goal! Lucas score! The Argentinian defenders just can't believe it. They were really caught out there. And Field, amazingly, has given Cameroon the lead. The Argentinian defenders just stood still there. Almost half-hearted challenge, and the ball was flicked on by Makanaki and is headed down, and Pompidou has lost it completely. It seemed a simple save. There was the flick on, it may well have come off Lorenzo. He had climbed very high, but how on earth did Pompidou let that one go through? No serious challenge on being. Full credit to him. But the header really was a fairly tame one in terms of any pace on it, and Pompidou allowed it to slip through.
It's incredible. It's Kotoko Akambi. Would you believe it? In the 123rd minute, we've waited almost 2 hours for just the one goal, and then two have come along in the space of 4 minutes. Algeria thought they were there, thought they were through. Rigobert Song thought otherwise. Playing it forward to Ghazal, his fellow substitute, taking on the role of Belayeli in being the left wing and also in the deck in the penalty area. He'll now take the set piece as well from the corner, delivered in, and the header, and it's in. Surely the winner.
Missed by Vertonghen. It's a great chance for Haraguchi. He scores! Are we on the way to yet another huge upset? The 2018 FIFA World Cup Finals continue to surprise. Back in. Oh, what a header! It's a tremendous goal from Vertonghen. Well, Kawashima with that initial punch, and they didn't clear their lines, Japan, and they are being punished by an astonishing header from Jan Vertonghen.
King of Chickens here for the post-game summary for Bowser Jr. versus Bowser. What a chaotic match. In fact, it was so quick, we already got the results before Diddy Kong versus Donkey Kong were able to finish up. In fact, they're just halfway through the match. Now, since this is the first time that we have one match continue while the other one finished early, we're going to go through a whole overview of the match that just happened between Bowser Jr. versus Bowser while DK goes on. Now, I will say, at the bottom screen, you should see all the updates that's going on while this match is going on. So, for example, right now, the stats are changing as the goal differentials are changing currently based on DK and Diddy Kong's, performances. Now, since I am done explaining, and FYI, this goes for all the future matches that finish early. Here is a post-match summary. Now, I will say, this is probably one of the closest matches I had ever seen, and that's probably still up for debate. However, I am pretty confident this is that match, because every time someone scored a goal, the opposing team was able to score one. So, for example, when Bowser Jr. scored, Bowser team scores. The only time I seen a breakaway was towards the end, and that was because Bowser had a 2-goal lead and was heading to a 3-goal differential if he scored another and finished the match. Now, we did have Bowser win this match. However, we also had our very first Bowser crash out in this match as well. In fact, we're going to show you a replay right now.
Y Pepe parece que son los dos que han protagonizado esa pelea. Vamos a ver qué ha ocurrido.
¿Qué ha podido pasar, querido Axel?
¿Qué decisiones toma partido. Amarilla, amarilla en la mano.
Bueno, pues no lo pudimos ver.
Bueno, será que Fábregas habrá ido a buscar la pelota y
¿Qué te queda del gol antes de ver la repetición? ¿Qué recuerdo te queda?
que me queda el recuerdo de que el que tiene más determinación es Messi, porque Messi al principio asiste.
Now, this tournament hasn't even left group stage and we have plenty of crash outs. However, none of them were just like this, where the whole team is in flames, quite literally, due to the fact that their opposing team scored a goal. In fact, they were still leading when this happened. So it was quite a shock to all of us when this happened. Oh man, Bowser was not happy to be losing goal differentials quite easily like that. Now, here's the thing. I actually put money on that the plant, PD Piranha, would have actually crashed out first. I believe he would have crashed on this team first, or at least any team, mind you. But it looked like Bowser was the first one to actually have a crash out before we even get to elimination round. Now, here's the stats for the group stage. Now, I know at the bottom screen it might be drastically different than what's shown on screen. This is only showing the results of Bowser versus Bowser Jr. So this is for sure going to change depending on how Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong's match will go. Which right now, it's supposed to be that Diddy Kong's supposed to be on top. So yeah, in my opinion, I feel like yeah, Bowser might have a reason to crash out actually. Partially justified. Because due to that one loss, Diddy Kong's actually leading because instead of losing, he actually tied with Donkey Kong. Now seeing that Diddy Kong is actually winning, goal differential might actually mean a lot more to Bowser's team, especially when it comes to leading this group. Now in this round, it looks like that Bowser Jr. is the first and only team to have 4 losses and no wins under his belt, which says a lot because Wario was at some point going to be the first one. However, he did end up getting a win. Even the 4th place teams in their respective groups were to lose, they would still be ahead because they have at least 1 or more wins under their belt, which means bad news for Bowser Jr. as if we have a second chance tournament where all the 4th place teams will go compete for 1 more spot. Bowser Jr. will have to go from the bottom all the way to 4 matches to be able to survive, which I don't think he might be able to do the odds considering his performance. However, who knows, maybe he might be able to do it, or maybe he might be able to turn things around within the next few matches. Now this really puts in perspective how big of an impact that tie between Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong is in this group, considering that Bowser Jr. now needs 2 wins. Oh, we got our second crash out. Donkey Kong crashing out because he's losing against Diddy Kong. Wow, it is not a good day for these fallers. Oh wow, first it's Bowser crashing out because he's still winning, but Bowser Jr. was putting up a fight. Now we got Donkey Kong, rightfully so, crashing out because his team is losing pretty drastically. Oh man. So as I was saying, Bowser Jr. needs 2 wins to be able to overtake Donkey Kong in order to avoid getting into that second chance tournament at the end of round 16, which I still would say it's a very low chance. Oh my god, things are just acting up in this match. Diddy Kong with the Mega Strike. This could actually be game over right now. And it's game over. Diddy Kong versus Donkey Kong has just finished. And now we have the results for Diddy Kong versus Donkey Kong. Alright, now the chart's gonna be changing in just a moment. Now, I believe that this actually puts Diddy Kong in first place, putting Bowser in a position where that tie is again affecting the group. Now, it also affects Bowser Jr. as well. However, this puts him in a good spot because that means that Bowser Jr. could tie up and win 1, and he might be able to do it more easily now because the goal differentials are so close to each other now. It is really close. Who knew a tie from, I think, the first game of this group will be able to affect these teams very greatly. So Bowser Bowser Jr. just needs is one tie, while Bowser just needs to keep winning and have Diddy Kong do one loss, and he might just be able to get the first place finish on this group. Also, we definitely just have a record 143 hits. No one has ever done that, and of course it comes from Crash Out DK. Talk about one crazy group round coming from Group B. Stay tuned on this channel as Group C will be playing at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hopefully with less crash outs than this group.